Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Feels like it's been forever since I made a video like this. Just been super busy here at the shop. Had some work come in that was prioritized, had to be done. It was for a studio, and so I was working on those, and I got sick in between working on those. It took me up for about 2 weeks, and then had to get those finished up. So the videos, I made videos, but they're private for my client, and so I'm glad to be back with you guys making these videos again. But anyways, today we got a Minimoog here for Dave. So Dave, this is your Minimoog. I know you'll be watching this. And went through it and did a full restore on it. It came to me dead on arrival. It would power up, it'd make some really weird sounds, but that's about all it did. Oscillator 2, once I did some work to it, because I always start with repairs first. So I started with the repair methods. I got the oscillators working. Oscillator 2 kind of worked when I got it, but it was very unstable. And oscillator 1 and 3 would just run away. One of them, it was kind of odd because oscillator 3, you go to 2 and it'd be low frequency. You go to 32 and it'd be high frequency. But it was not, not playable. It wasn't trackable. It wasn't, it was definitely had some problems. So it was just some bad components that failed. And so took care of all the common failure trend components as well as the repairs, and did a full keyboard rebuild, dead zone mod, and just all the good stuff. The stuff I typically do these things. Full calibration, 12-hour burn-in, and very happy with this unit. It plays fantastic. But yeah, it's just a great unit. I'm going to give you an overlook of it here. Something else I did to this unit as well is I actually replaced the under chassis. This one here had water damage, and so this is all a new piece of plywood under here. You can see how nice that looks. My lighting in here, I know it's not that great, but you can kind of see how nice that looks in there. New rubber pieces for the panel to lay down against. But I'll show you the old one. So here's the old panel right here. You can see how it's swelled up right here. It's actually thicker right there than it is across, and it's just it's had better days, so we went on to replace that. And also is held in place with drywall screws. So got rid of the drywall screws, put in some really nice hardware, some nice wood screws for you, and everything's bolted in really good. You don't have any problems there. Cleaned it up really good. Of course, to show you too, this is your serial number 6709, and once again made January of I think it was January 1st. No, it wasn't January 1st. It was January, what was it? The 10th, I believe. January 10th, 1975. So it's basically in early 74. In fact, when I got it in here, it even had the smooth wheels on it, but they were severely damaged, and Dave also preferred having the ribs because of the way he plays. So we took care of that, and like I say, dead zone mods. The pitch wheel has a true dead center, so that's fantastic. Didn't really do a staining job on this one, just to save on the budget a little bit. So this one does have this little bit of imperfections in the chassis and the stain. But hey, that's character, that's kind of what I call it when it's like this. This is character marks. Yeah, anyways, just cleaned it up really good, conditioned the wood as well. Got everything really well conditioned, and I think you're going to be really happy with it, Dave. It's a much different instrument than it was when it came in here, for sure. But anyways, let me get the camera on the tripod here, and I'll show you guys how it works. Okay, so now I'm just going to go over the unit as a whole. We'll start with the oscillator section, go to the filter, etc. here, like I typically do in my videos. Anyways, this is all three oscillators combined. You can just hear how great this thing sounds. So anyways, you can add those oscillators all together and how well the footages are together. Now I'm just going to go through each oscillator independently and just kind of show you how each of these sound. You've already heard the footage, but I'll show you waveform and everything as well here. So here's oscillator 1. There's your volume control. I cleaned all the parts as well in this thing. There's oscillator 1. Here's oscillator 2. There's your volume. There's oscillator 2. Here's oscillator 3. So as you can hear, those oscillators sound fantastic. They're working really well. Now I'm going to show you the filter. So we'll turn the oscillators off. Also, let me show you the noise source right quick. So turn the noise source on. There's your volume control. As you can hear. So there's your noise source. So we'll turn on the 440 Hertz. We get this filter to self-oscillate. So here's just the filter now, what you're hearing. So there's your filter, and of course you got your tracking modes. We can turn tracking completely off. So you can see there's no tracking with the keyboard. We can turn on the number 1 keyboard control. Then we can turn that off, turn on 2 number tracking. Turn them both on though. You got full tracking. So that's how the filter works there, but you can hear it sounds great. It self-oscillates in the right region, so you want them to really oscillate between 6 and 8, so right at about 7.5, 7. You hear that it starts oscillating at the right point there. So fantastic, your envelope generator works. Let me bring this filter down in frequency. There we go. Turn up the amount of contour here. Set everything to 0. And glide off. So here's your decay, here's your attack. As you can see. Then we've also got the sustain level. It's really handy because you can actually make a frequency off that. So we'll turn on an oscillator. That's a new trick. I just hadn't never showed you guys. That's one of my other things I do in the studio a lot when I'm recording with one of these. I'll make the envelopes do certain things like that. But anyways, that's the filter section, your contour section for the filter. Now I'll turn the filter back opened up and I'll show you that the loudness contour works like it's supposed to. So we'll go here, we got decay switch on. So you can hear just it's going to be a pop. So you can hear I'll bring up the decay. Of course, you got a long decay time. As you can see. Now turn the decay back down, now you're just back to a click. Or bring up the attack. As you can see there. Also, it's the same thing. You got sustain level. This combined with the decay, you can get some percussive stuff. So you can hear how that works. So kind of gets this percussive kind of stuff with sustain all the way down. You can see how that works. So that's your loudness contour there. Now I'm going to show you the modulation section. So we'll go over the modulation section here. We'll turn oscillator 3 into LFO source. And then we'll make it modulate the oscillators. So we'll start here with the this thing here set up for me. Of course, you can also make oscillator 3 still track the keyboard using an oscillator control switch, so it'll actually speed up, slow down, depending on the keyboard. As you can see. Of course, you can also do some tricks like Devo. Put glide on that. Of course, you can still set your frequency by the oscillator detune, oscillator 3 detune. So that's it modulating the oscillators. We can also modulate the filter with it. So we'll close this filter up a little bit. Turn modulation on here. Something I love to do too with the Minimoog is I actually take, you can actually do like the Pink Floyd stuff with it as well. If you go here and set this up real quick. So go here and make this thing sustain for us. So you can get all those rich harmonics. Something I also like to do too with the Minimoog is put this thing in the audio frequency range. And you can hear all those harmonics inside that tone. Anyways, that's the modulation bus with some L-film synthesis kind of stuff using oscillator 3. But anyways, that's the Minimoog. Also, I will show you your glide works real quick. You've heard it just briefly in the mix, but I'll show you the glide actually works. And of course, your decay switch works and your glide switch works. So. Anyways, you hear how that works. So that's your glide, your modulation. You've heard your pitch wheel a little bit. My refrigerator just kicked on and off. Whenever my refrigerator kicks on and off, it interferes with Minimoogs, all of them, and the overload light comes on for just a second. But anyways, you can hear the pitch wheel. I'll show you that works. But you see the true dead center. I can wiggle this wheel in the detent and there's no frequency shifts. So anyways, you can hear how that works. That's your pitch wheel. Your modulation mix works. I forgot to show you that. I'll actually go to the filter for this. We'll close the filter back up. So the modulation mix, what it does, it allows you to integrate noise or oscillator 3 into your modulation. So something like that. There's noise. And you've got pink or white noise, and you actually hear it inside the modulation mix if you switch the filter mode. So that's your noise source. Also, the noise source can be injected into the oscillator as well. Now let me open this back up, turn the oscillator on. So what I like to do with the noise though is you can actually, if you run a Minimoog through a tape delay, you can actually get some pretty cool chorus effects by the just a little bit of noise in the oscillators. Which is actually how I did the song Moog Paradise, which some of you may have heard. You'll hear the Minimoog, I start with a really high pitched note and I let it glide all the way down. I bring the wheel up just a little bit and it creates a chorus off the delay. So, like that right there. So it's just really neat when you start mixing that with a delay, and sounds really good. But anyways, Dave, that's your Minimoog, and just want to take a minute here and go over it for you. And for anybody else that might be watching, I appreciate you guys watching as always. And thanks, Dave, for letting me restore this thing for you. It was a real pleasure. But anyways, guys, there'll be more to come here very soon. Take care.